I'm Daniel, the past life regressionist, and it's time to begin.
Lift off and the clock has started.
This is Timeless Spirituality. Enjoy Eternity Time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Timeless Spirituality. It is time for the final iteration of the Mirror of Time Home series, where I'm going to be doing a few more interviews with regards to what home is. I just thought it would be I wanted other perspectives about home, not just mine. So I thought it would be important to incorporate those. So yeah, we're going to have a couple more of those, and then we're going to head on to the interseason and then season 5, which is going to go in a much more spiritual direction. But I want to talk a little bit about today's episode. So I just want to really give kudos and props and commend my guests for this episode, because it was a very last minute thing, as you'll hear. It was very spur of the moment, and I think my guest did a great job because she really stepped outside of her comfort zone, and this was really sprung upon her. And I'm really proud of her for going for it. So I hope you guys enjoy this one, and it's fun. Yeah. With all that said, if you would like to book a regression with me to discover who, when, and where you have been throughout time, you can reach me on Instagram at The Past Life Regressionist or my website, thepastliferegressionist.com. And before I say, and now it's time to begin, just want to make sure you guys stick around until the very end of the episode, because there's going to be a full circle moment. So it'll all make sense once you get to it. So now it's time to begin. Dana Marie, welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Fantastic.
So you don't know what's happening right now. I mean, you know that we're recording, but this was a very last minute thing. I said to you about 5 minutes ago, hey, let's go record for the podcast right now. You said, okay.
I don't even think you gave me 5 minutes. I also don't think you told me it was for the podcast. I thought maybe, but yeah, I'm down.
Oh, did I just say we're going to go record?
That's all you said.
I'd like you to meet Dana Marie. This is my girlfriend.
Hey, ladies and gents. Sorry, too much, too fast, too soon.
No, that was good. I was going to call you the beautiful bane of my existence, but you're pretty cool. I'm very lucky to have you in my life.
Either works.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to skip the favorite song about time and why right now, because you and I have had that conversation extensively multiple times. So it'd be cheating on my part. So you know what? I take it back. We are going to do the favorite song about time, but I'm just not going to guess because I already know your favorite songs about time. So Dana, what is your favorite song about time and why?
Well, since we're doing this so on the spot, you want to know what the first song that came to my head was?
Sure.
You Are My Sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Just in case we have any young folks out there who don't know that song, which I'm sure we probably do. But that's probably one of my favorite songs about time, because it's timeless and there's just something about being someone's sunshine. We could be anybody's sunshine. What's more reliable than the sun rising every friggin' morning, no matter where you are in the world? It's still going to rise. So yeah, I'm going to go with that one because it's timeless and doesn't matter where you are. When morning time comes, that sun's going to rise.
So that's a new one. You haven't told me about that one yet. And I think that was an amazing choice. And you've also stumped me. I don't know what year that song came out. That's a difficult one, because that's one, it could be the 20th century at some point in the early 1900s or mid 1900s, probably not the mid, but it could even be the 1800s. So, Dana, you have completely stumped me on that one. I can't even tell you what decade that came out.
Well, I think, I couldn't tell you either, but maybe that's the beauty of it. I know there have been
It's a
lots of
timeless
different,
song.
yeah, lots of different versions of it. And regardless of when it was first written, I guess the important thing is that it remains a meaningful and important song in a lot of people's lives. Obviously, I wasn't around in the 1800s, assuming it came out then, but you get the idea. I'll stop rambling
It
now.
was written and recorded as early as 1939 and copywritten in 1940.
So they said as early as 1939. So they don't know. That's great. It's literally timeless.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful song.
Thank you. That works. What?
Are you ready for the next question?
Ready. Lay it on me.
Who is Dana?
I am. Okay, let me go through. I'm a lawyer. I'm a philosopher.
Wait, really quick.
I know. You don't want to hear all that?
No. You told me you were an attorney. Was that a bad joke? Sorry, I just wanted to fit a joke in early before you went on a roll.
It's probably a good joke. It's just not landing with me, but that's probably a me problem.
Again, you have the floor. Who is Dana?
I am an attorney. I am a philosopher. And most importantly, I'm a friggin' human. And I'm growing each and every day. That's the part I love most. Because I'm the kind of person that doesn't allow myself to remain stuck in any particular category or definition. I'm open to change and growth and transformation. I know it's important. And I love that probably too much sometimes. I'm an open mind. I'm a musician and singer, and I'm an absolute animal lover. Actually, I would say lover of anything alive. Got 2 cats. One's 30-pound Maine Coon, Jonah. I also love anything living. Yes, ants, spiders. I can't smush any of them. I'm a softie. So I'm also, I guess, a big softie at my core, but don't tell anybody because it's not a good look in the whole attorney arena.
Cool.
I'd like to answer your question in a way that feels more, more natural. And it just came to me. Can I tell you who is Dana again?
Sure.
Simply, I'm not who I was yesterday, but I like who I am today. And that's subject to change.
Is it okay if I talk now?
Oh, yeah, no, that's it. Short and sweet, but that's the truth. I'm sitting here trying to give you, let me lay out my life story. I also like long walks on the beach. And actually, I haven't been big on walking much lately, unless it's from my couch or my bed to my desk and back. But I do like the beach. That just feels the most accurate. And it just feels right to me. I'm not who I was yesterday.
Okay. You ready for the next question?
Absolutely.
What do you believe in?
I believe in love. I believe in family. I believe in God. And I believe in faith. I believe that regardless of my beliefs, that everything will work out for the good, even if it doesn't feel like it in any given moment.
Are you ready for the next question and why we're here today?
I am really dying to know the answer to that one.
What does home mean to you?
Can you ask that question differently? I know that sounds weird, but you said, what does home mean to you? What are you referring to when you ask that question? Only because I'm having issues answering it. And I'm hoping that if you ask it differently, and this is just to help us both, that maybe I'll be able to more easily explain and answer that question in a way that feels raw and real and natural, where I don't have to think too hard. So can we just do this? Can you try asking it a couple different ways? And then I know that you're going to probably ask it one way, and then I'm going to be able to answer it. The answer's going to come to me because the question naturally pulled it out of me, maybe. Let's see.
So knowing Dana, I know that Dana likes a little bit of a challenge. What I find really interesting is that when I asked you, what do you believe in? That was a very ambiguous question. That you had no problem answering that one. So I was purposely ambiguous with what does home mean to you. So I want you to take it wherever you feel that it should be taken. I trust you.
All right. So I guess I'm just going to answer it in the best way that I can right now. And the best way that I can answer it from right here where I'm at right now, which very much feels like home. I'm laying in my bed. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I got my 30-pound Maine Coon Jonah laying next to me, meowing at me. I've got a screensaver on right now. I was watching a sleep hypnosis last night or sleep meditation to help me sleep and left the TV going. But I got the beautiful backdrop going and I feel secure, at peace, and happy and comfortable in this moment right here where I'm at. So I'm home. I don't really know what that means, but I'm also in my house where I live. But you didn't say, tell me about your house. Tell me what home is. And I feel like I'm home right now.
What does that mean to you?
For me, it's a feeling of being at ease wherever you're at. It's finding your sanctuary, your place of comfort. And I don't think that your place of comfort or your place of peace always equals your happy place, which is interesting. I mean, I think that's maybe something that's really important about what home is that home might not always be rainbows and butterflies and might not always feel perfect. But there's something about home that no matter what's going on within that home or around that home, there's always a certain sense of peace and comfort. And I think that's what home is all about. It's kind of like that place within yourself that like you know yourself. So no matter what your external circumstances look like, you can find a place that feels like home wherever you're at, whether you're within the four walls that you've been physically residing at or anywhere else, out on the sidewalk, lost from like, wait, like, how do I get back to that physical address I call home? For me, home is being able to pull from within ourselves and find that peace, that space, that place of comfort wherever we are. It's not always easy, but I believe we can all do that. And can I give you an example? I feel like I'm rambling on, but I didn't really have any time to figure it out. So, as you well know, because you were with me, I was in New Orleans. This is difficult for me to talk about, but I was there because my father passed unexpectedly a few months ago, and I had to go to New Orleans, a place very, very far from we'll call it house, okay, or what most people would equate as home, to walk into my father's house for the first time because he moved there after my grandmother and my aunt passed. And he hadn't been there for more than a year and a half, 2 years or so before he passed as well. So I had to leave my house to walk into his for the first time after he was no longer there to greet me at the front door. And this is going to sound weird, but when I walked into his house, I found certain things of his that I remember from when I was a child. And I remember the first night we were there, I took those things with me back to the hotel. And there I was in that hotel laying in that hotel bed with these items that were my dad's that meant a lot to me. He always wore his cross, and I got him a keychain. I'm going to get to a point here. Bear with me. But he had a cross that he wore since the day I was born that my grandmother got him. And like 6 or 7 years ago, I bought him what should have been a keychain that said, "Dad, you'll always be the first man I ever loved." And he took that keychain, and what did he do? He didn't put it with his keys. He put it on that chain with his cross, and he wore it around proud. And that's one of the items that, as you know, that I brought back to the hotel with me that night. There was nothing that felt like home. No place that felt like home. But when I was laying in that hotel and I had that necklace with that keychain on it, I found my peace in all of that. Laying in that hotel room bed next to you, Daniel, with that necklace, I found a way to make that space feel like home. It had nothing to do about the space. It had nothing to do with where I was. It had to do with the memories I carried with me, that necklace. Honestly, having you there with me, right there next to me, it's kind of like I pulled from within and I found peace. I found my safe space. I found a place that I could call home, even if only for literally a few days. And I think that is so important because if we really stop thinking so hard and realize that we carry our homes with us and that wherever we are, we can find that peace and that beauty and that place where we can reflect and grow. I think if we all take the time to realize that home is what we make of it, because it's always with us. And I think that could really, I don't know, at least for me, I'd say we. For me, I have found that I can find my home anywhere, so long as I make the choice to do that, because it's not a place, but it's also everywhere. Because I believe that wherever we find ourselves, if we're true to ourselves as well, we could make any place and every place home. I know that was very long, but I didn't have an answer at all. And then I went on for way too long. I apologize. Oh, can I say something else?
Sure.
Now, I had nothing to say, and now I can't shut up. You want to know what I also realized about home when we were in New Orleans? That house that I walked into, where my dad passed, that wasn't his home. That was the house he was living in for multiple years. But I really realized when I was there, now that he's not here with me anymore in that way, I realized that even though I hadn't seen him in a few years, but even though we had like all this distance between us, that his home was always with his family, with me. And I also realized how much my home is and always will be with him. And I also realized, sorry, now I just can't freaking stop. That even though I found my home and my place of peace in Louisiana in that hotel room bed, I also realized that didn't change the fact that laying in my own bed or being in this own space, particularly with Jonah, I realized that he was still my home too. And he wasn't right there next to me when I was there, but like he was still with me. I still thought of him, and he still brought me peace when I was laying in that friggin' hotel room bed, even though Jonah wasn't physically with me. Sorry, I'm like, I feel like I'm putting all these pieces together in my own head with my own experiences, because with what I'm going through right now, and I'm really glad you asked this question, because it's a difficult one to answer for me right now. But I think I'm in a place where it's like, oh my gosh, like now I'm really thinking about it.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's interesting, yeah, because just because I was in Louisiana, I'm thinking, well, doesn't make Jonah any less of my home. And just because I was there doesn't make him any less part of what I would consider my home. And just because my dad is no longer here with me physically doesn't make him any less a part of my home. I just know that wherever I'm at, home will always be with me.
So I just came across a quote by Maya Angelou. I want your take on it.
All right.
The ache for home lives in all of us. The safe place where we can go as we are and not be questioned.
Well, my first thought is with the words, the ache for home. Because for me, home is the peace within the ache or pain. It's not like you only know home when you're hurting, but sometimes you got to experience pain so that you can have that contrast and really recognize whether it be what home means or pretty much anything. Kind of like we would never know or be able to appreciate the light and the sunrise unless we knew what darkness was, unless we knew what the night was. If we had light and sunshine 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every single day, always, sun never set, sure, sounds great. But how much would we be able to appreciate the light if we did not even have any concept of what darkness was? So I think the first thing would be that an ache for home. I think Maya Angelou actually, and I don't even know, but I suspect that maybe she might have been going through a time where she was hurting. And because she was hurting or homesick in some sense, it inspired her to actually ask the question, what is home? And sometimes home can hurt. But I don't think home is the hurt. I think home is the goal. I think home is the light. I think home is the safe place and the sanctuary. And sometimes it's hard to recognize that when we feel like we're treading water, or when we're in the middle of a storm. Can you read it one more time so I can, because I'm taking this piece by piece here. It's a lot.
The ache for home lives in all of us. The safe place where we can go as we are and not be questioned.
Oh, wow. Actually, that's pretty dead on. The ache for home, the place where we can go as we are. That's fucking beautiful, actually.
Dana, we don't cuss on this podcast.
That's really gosh darn lovely.
Who the fuck says gosh darn?
I don't know. I can't cuss. What else am I supposed to do? That was what doesn't count as it. Okay, move on. Gosh.
Anything but fucking shit
Anything but fucking shit?
is cussing.
Okay, well, I didn't need to cuss, but
So
I think it's
this
really
is the great thing about Dana.
cool.
Is she gets so philosophical that sometimes she doesn't understand just that I'm making a joke.
Yeah, right over my head a lot of times. But once you explain the punchline to me, I'm all about it. I'm like, oh yeah, that was funny. I appreciate that in retrospect. It's not all the time, though. I do get it a lot of times. Right?
Sometimes. There's that one time. Anyways, are you ready for the Saturn game? By the way, that was beautiful, everything you said. I just want to thank you for...
Oh.
Well, I'll say my thank yous for the end. Are you ready for the fucking Saturn game?
I'm ready for the gosh darn friggin' Saturn game.
Now, that was good. I like what you did there.
I had time to think about that one.
All right. So the Saturn game is, by the way, and Dana can't see me right now because her and I are not using video, which I usually use for the recordings, but we were on the phone. I said, all right, let's record. So we hopped on Zoom, but without cameras.
I'm in bed with Jonah too, so yeah, that would be. I don't think that's a little bit overshare, I think, for everybody.
The cat. Yeah.
Yeah, Jonah, my 30-pound man king.
Anyways.
My home. Part of my home. Part of my home. I'll shut up. Okay, Saturn game time. I'm so gosh darn friggin' excited. Go.
So in this little baggie that I'm holding right now, and by the way, I'm maintaining the integrity of the game. I'm not going to rig it. So you're just going to have to trust me. I have 4 pieces of time on these little pieces of paper. So I'm going to stick my hand in just once, because since you can't see, but you're just going to have to trust me. And we'll see what the question's going to be. I did a really shit job of explaining that, but what the fuck can you do?
Fantastic job. Well done, sweetheart.
Or what the gosh darn can you do?
You're just my golly gee, sweetheart.
Gee willikers.
Well done. Yeah, I was just saying that, Jinx. Okay, ready?
So, Dana, for the Saturn game, how have you grown in the past week?
Ooh. I can take as much time as I need to really think about this, right?
Yeah.
Was the question how much have I grown or how have I grown?
How have you grown in the past week?
I gotta be honest here, right? I don't want to because it's hard, but freaking nugget it. You know, who cares? In the past week, I realized that I don't always have to put on this strong front. I learned that it's okay to hurt, that it's okay to feel broken sometimes. And I had my first therapy session this week because I realized that, especially after losing my dad, I realized that as good as I might be a lot of times at trying to just keep pushing on and being strong, getting things done, I realized that I can't be strong for anyone else, let alone myself, unless I am willing to ask for help, to accept help sometimes. And I realized, you know what? Sometimes what some people might say is putting on a strong face is just bearing shit. Is that a cuss word?
Shit was okay.
Oh, shit's okay. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Bearing poop.
No, shit was okay.
Oh, okay, bearing shit. And I realized that I got to face. I got to face things, even if it hurts, rather than bearing it. And ironically enough, I did my first therapy session over the phone from bed because it wasn't on video. It was an evening appointment, by the way. I work all day, so I was staying in bed all day. But like I said, this is home to me. So I went to my safe place for my therapy session, which, to be honest with you, opening up like that terrified me. And so, of course, I did it from my safe place, from my home, in my bed, with Jonah right there by my side. And it felt really good. It hurt. I cried, but it felt great. So, literally this week, I learned the importance of being okay with not being okay and asking for some help, getting that help. And I did it from home. What do you know? And that's honestly hard for me to share because it's just hard.
So how'd it feel sharing it?
You didn't give me much time to prepare, but
I didn't give you any time to prepare.
None. I know, but that's why I'm thinking like, shit. Like,
You did
oh,
great.
shit. Okay. Yeah.
Shit's okay.
That's just, that's the raw and real truth.
How'd it feel?
It felt really good. It felt really good.
So not only have you started therapy, but you also came on the podcast and were very open and vulnerable in a different way.
You're actually going to release this?
You're gosh darn right I am. Are you okay with that?
Friggin' shit poop. Friggin' Hey, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm okay with it. And
Yeah?
I'd like to add in one more thing.
Yeah, what's that?
Faith, my faith in God has really been something that's carried me along the way. And I know that's a really weird place maybe to insert that. And I don't care what you call God. People can call God whatever they want. I call God God. That's just what I call him. I think, we all pick names for things, like I'm not, if somebody wants to call my giant cat a dog, feel free. It doesn't change the nature of what Jonah is. But for me, I call God God. And that's just something that I believe is bigger than all of us. And I'm going to bring this back around to home too, because the more we've been talking about this, the more I'm really thinking about it. And while I know my home's within me, I truly believe, I have faith that I wouldn't be able to carry my home with me wherever I went on my own. But somehow, wherever I'm at, home is there with me and I'm able to find that place, that space, whatever you want to call it. While the surrounding circumstances might feel heavy and painful, there's something beautiful about how weightless, how easy it is for home to be with us wherever we are. And I personally give God credit for that one.
Well, on that note, I'd like to thank you so much for coming on and speaking with us today. So thank you for coming on, Dana Marie.
Anytime. Thank you. Any other time you'd like to have a friggin' spontaneous recording, I'm
I
down.
know who to call.
Yeah. If we're not already on the phone.
Probably. Yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah.
So anyways, I like to finish all these episodes by saying, oh, also, yes, thank you so much for being so open and vulnerable, yada, yada, yada. I'll sing your praises when we get off the phone. I mean, after this, when we talk about that, but you did a great job, blah, 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 blah.
Yep. Thanks.
Did that suffice? Is that okay? Is it okay if I give you your praises in person instead of?
I don't need praise. You don't need to.
Don't stop being so fucking humble.
You can sing to me. You don't have to sing praises. You can sing to me.
Yay.
Yay.
Last Saturday is Dana's 30th birthday, and I'm okay. I can't believe she's 30. Unbelievable. But there's a song I used to sing to her when she was in the crib, and I'm so proud of her. She's an unbelievable woman. The best of the rest. It's called Marie. You look like a princess, and I won't even mad. With no hair on your head, I will never forget. I'm drunk now, baby, but I got to be. For I never could tell you what you mean to me. I loved you the first time I saw you, and I always will love you, Marie. I loved you the first time I saw you, and I always will love you, Marie. A song got the taste they when the wind blows. You're a flower, you're a river, you're a rainbow. Sometimes I'm crazy, but I guess you know. I'm weak and I'm lazy, and I hurt your soul. and I don't listen to words you say. When you're in trouble, girl, and I turned away, but I loved you the first time I saw you, and I always love you, Marie. I loved you the first time I saw you, and I'll always will love you, Marie. I loved you the first time I saw you, and I'll always will love you, Marie. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I loved you the first time I saw you. You know I saw you, girl, and I'll always will love you, Marie. I loved you the first time I saw you. I'll always will love you, Marie.
I always will love you, Daddy. I'm Dana.
I'm David.
Yes.
I'm Big Daddy. No.
That will, every video, I swear to God, I'm not even going to edit this out.
Yeah. We're the best in the West.
The West? You're limiting us.
You know what? I'm glad we took that second take because, I'm getting into it. I'm getting like below it.
He calls himself One Take Dave, and I was like,
I'm
Dad, you
One
gotta
Take
feel it.
You know what? When you were a kid, I would play some beautiful song, and you would go, no, Daddy, don't play that.
Dad, no!
Then you'd go like, do you know the Spice Girls? Do you know any Spice Girls? No, I don't know any fucking Spice Girls.
It's been 30 years. Have you learned them yet? I've been asking you for that long.
Exactly. Well, listen, there's Ginger, what is it? Ginger Spice, and there's Paprika. Is that her name, Paprika?
No. Ginger's right. Try again. Ginger.
Yeah.
How many can my dad get? Ginger.
Ginger's, and Spooky.
You're so close.
It's Spooky. Spoofy.
Try again.
Spooge.
Try again.
Yeah. Scary. Scary. Yeah.
Bing. Okay.
And then there's okay. And she wants Shania Twain and
I don't think Shania Twain was a Spice Girl.
Shania, wasn't she? I thought she branched off.
That's enough.
I can't think.
Fellow time travelers, your journey through time awaits you. Just want to thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode. And if you're interested in discovering who, when, and where you have been throughout time, and you'd like to book a session with me, just go ahead and send me a message on Instagram at The Past Life Regressionist, or you can reach me through my website, yourpastliferegressionist.com.